Alrighty, so we're in the last quarter of the game, I hope. And we are continuing to see, like, the ramifications of the actions in this game. Alright, against decay from selected archive documents. We live in a decaying system, which in turn produces ideologies of decay to justify its existence. No matter what cultural signifiers they get packaged with, these ideologies come down to the same material result: a future in which for the average person, there is less of everything. To paraphrase Mark Fisher, we find it easier to imagine the decline of civilization than to imagine a civilization worth living in. Was Mark Fisher the one who said it is easier to imagine the end of the world than the end of capitalism? I believe it was, but I'm not certain. I actually really want to check this right now. Yeah, Mark Fisher modified a quote, according to some random guy on Reddit. You know, the most accurate source, but it's better than no source. Uh, those of us who still believe that humanity can thrive, that there is a path forward other than willful or accidental decay, are out of sync with the system. No matter how we phrase our arguments, they will be perceived in terms of whatever cultural signifier the listener opposes. It is deeply frustrating, depressing, even infuriating. It's a deeply frustrating, depressing, even infuriating situation. But what can we do except patiently explain and hope conditions change? In other words, what can we do except have faith? Was written only a few months before the discovery of the virus. There was no time for conditions to change. Founding 882 is our day. It's been a while since I last wrote an entry in my journal. Much has changed in New Jerusalem. We've put up a good chunk of the planned living quarters, and the old storage facility has been converted into a movie theater, of all things. So we still argue a lot, but now it's mostly about which film we'll be watching next. Other construction efforts are going well too. Although they've begun to run out of readily accessible resources, our scavenging expeditions are ranging further and further afield with each passing month. And the sites that they have reported on sound truly marvelous. One day, I might want to go and see it for myself. It's a good thing in that regard that we'll be getting 2 new citizens soon, because everyone is as busy as ever. More hands to help us build our future. I can't wait to meet them. And our good friend, our misanthropic, sci-fi loving dweeb. We get to listen to it.
How is this supposed to work? The system is meant to last centuries. Centuries! And yeah, Chernyshevsky's plan, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But I'm working with hardware that was deliberately designed to fail. Planned obsolescence, baby. Selling broken garbage just to make another buck. A buck you can't even spend because in a few more weeks, we'll be extinct. Was it worth it? That's the part that Alexandra doesn't see. The greed, the stupidity, The selfishness. The way that we created this whole situation in the first place. She wants you to be like us, but if you ask me, there's a whole lot of human history and behavior you can just throw away, chuck it in the trash, right? You have a chance at a fresh start. Make the best of it.
This game is not subtle in its writing. It's very interesting how much it grounds its experience and understanding of media in a fundamentally anti-capitalist framework. Where, for example, the last game tried to be apolitical. And it was apolitical, mind you. But that a decent amount of it was trying to be apolitical. I don't know what this means. Oh, wait, yes I do. Aha. Bugger. so what I actually want... Ah. There we go. I do not like these puzzles. I think the puzzles I like are often the ones...
Excuse me. I was looking at your research log, and I was rather perplexed by the latest upload.
Oh, Melville strikes again.
Is that your foot, Melville?
Yes. Do you want to see it up close? Although you won't be able to fully enjoy it as you don't have a rear camera.
Sorry, Mayor. Melville just has a unique way of taking pictures.
Next time you're getting an upgrade, you coot. I'm installing a mute button.
I fucked up. Wait, fuck. Alright, bonk away. There we go. Movement puzzle. Ooh. I recognize that many citizens feel the need to discuss the visions experienced by 1K, which suggests that perhaps certain aspects of what we have hitherto believed about the founder and the goal may be inaccurate. However, given the controversy surrounding the subject matter, I will ask everyone to be particularly careful in how they express themselves. Oh my god. Orenia. I think we have finally and irrevocable proof that we have strayed from Athena's original vision. I agree, but I'd like to submit that even if that weren't the case, deliberately engineering an energy-poor future would still be a disastrous and misanthropic idea. How do we know any of this is real? Athena's voice is just Alexander Drenan's. I could switch to the same voice pack right now and record myself telling you that the goal is the truth. Well, this makes a good point. Objective truth is not a concept that can be applied to the world we live in. Fine, then. We can collectively decide and believe in something else. Right? It doesn't even have to be Athena. Let's just believe in Byron's ideas instead. Byron's ideas are a teleological fantasy. But if it's all arbitrary, what does it matter? I just don't buy this whole the goal thing anymore. Byron is right. Does it matter what Athena believes? Honest question. Let's say a founder is a myth that was constructed around her. In that scenario, what do we owe Athena in the end of the day? An apology. Or none of this matters because it's actually Alien Jacques. Oh, treasure chest. Oh, those are pillars. And my Sphinx puzzle for this one is a pillar problem. Okay, so we have some pillars. Research. Sphinx. So let's assume let's figure out what the orientation of this is. So that looks like this, but that could also be this. But and so alright. So here's our 2. So if we stand here, one of these should be down, down, up, up, down, and one of these should be down. Okay, let's try flipping it around. Alright. Let's try replicating it. The other direction. Actually, alright. So let's just make sure all the downs are right. So hole, 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 hole. So 4 holes. Okay. What? Okay. I oopsed into solving that problem. Which honestly, great. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Alright. Grab this. Yoink. There we go. Boing, boing.
The founder has a remarkable gift for designing these trials. But then, she did have to overcome Elohim, whose very purpose was to design trials.
That is
In
it.
times of war, is it wisdom or folly to give a sword to a child?
This is gonna sound weird, but I don't think we should be arming children.
I see these beings, these children of a future age, wandering around an island more fantastical than Atlantis itself, looking desperately to find themselves. I reach out to them, but they cannot see me. I speak to them, but I do not know if they can hear me. Am I being punished? Are the gods playing some cruel trick on me? Why can I remember so little? What is this sorrowful voice I hear, whispering such terrible thoughts? I must use what remains of my mind. I must understand.
Alright. Send you around. Right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby. Right round, round, round. No. This needs to be here for me to be able to do this. Okay, wait. You drop, boing. Because if I go around up here, and teleport to here. There we go.
That was very
What am
smart,
I
1K.
missing?
Sorry, I didn't mean to sound surprised. I mean, like, clearly.
I'm missing
you know
number
what you're doing.
3. Wait, is there another Sphinx? Okay. There's 3. Where is 3? Is it this here? No, that's 2. 3 is straight ahead, so it's this one? There you go, 3. Automatic doors. If I've done this correctly. Ding-a-ling. Right. Now let's go talk to Prometheus. That's what I'm calling. These statues are still such a weird element. I'm not entirely sure what they are. he is? Alright, am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Damn.
This is the last time we will speak, creature of clay. Together, we have told the stories of ancient gods and heroes. But the golden ages of the past are distant. The gods have retreated to their high places, and there are no heroes amongst men. In days gone by, I was renowned for my riddles. But you, creature of clay, are a riddle without an answer.
I don't need an answer. Existence is enough. I have an answer, you just can't see it.
What cannot be seen may be an illusion, or it may be truth. I cannot tell. Farewell, creature of clay. Remember my stories, and do not let the flame burn you.
That is an unsettling amount of energy. I would hate to see what would happen if one of those beams was aimed at something else.
And yeah, that would be kind of a problem. It's a laser. Right, now straight back to, straight to number 2. Let's see if I can get through 2 of these without needing to, before I need to leave to do some work. Number 2. West 2.
The next area you're going to is...
Born and raised.
Honestly, it's better if you see for yourself.
The playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, relaxing all cool. Shooting some b-ball outside of the school. And a couple of guys who were up to no good. Oh shit. Oh. This is a graveyard. One of Miranda's interests was sculpture, specifically sculpture of the human body. Lethargier.
Sometimes new citizens come to me and they want to learn from me. My work appears to have created a legend of sorts. In these moments, I understand your situation. I want to teach them, but what they must learn the most is independence of thought. How does one resolve this contradiction? They wish to come along on my journeys, but I do not need a group of fawning acolytes following my every step. A journey truly worth undertaking is rarely easy. And so, I have begun to think of a much greater challenge. A journey that is almost impossible, to the far ends of the world without any mechanized means of transportation. This will be a true act of faith, and They will learn a great deal from it. If we survive.
This feels like the biggest level. I actually really like that. Help. Like, that was very much a leap into faith. What the? Yeah, what causes that projectile?
To create, to understand, and to transform, these are the greatest acts of humankind.
I'm not getting through all the puzzles of this stage before I need to leave in 40 minutes. Mostly because I'm just hypnotized by the map itself. Like, it's so cool, and I haven't even seen what the new mechanic is yet. solve a puzzle here. Which actually means going to find puzzle 1 so I can actually get tutorialized. Alright, I'm curious. That doesn't even look like something I could land on if I wanted to. Actually, while I'm here, I've got the fire. This map is so confusing.
I just wanted to say that I appreciate the work all of you have been doing. I know I'm not a natural leader like Byron, but it means a lot to me that you've stuck with me.
Why do you sound like you're about to hand us over to Herman? There's a fire right there. There's a... The New Theology, from The New Theology by George Bernard Shaw. When you are asked, where is God? Who is God? Stand up and say, I am God, and here is God. Not as yet completed, but still advocating towards completion. Just in so much as I am working for the purpose of the universe, working for the good of the whole society and the whole world, instead of merely looking after personal ends. In that way we get rid of the old contradiction. We begin to perceive that the evil of the world is a thing that will finally be evolved out of the world. That was not brought into the world by malice and cruelty, but by an entirely benevolent designer that had not as yet discovered how to carry out its benevolent intention. In that way, I think we may turn towards the future with greater hope. My brother Eustathius told me that he thought this passage was beautiful, but also diminished the connection to the sublime he felt when simply looking at the world itself. What do you think? I agree with Shaw's sentiment, but I don't know if the miracle of existence, the beauty of creation, is exactly the same as the human sublime, if that makes sense. I don't want to look at the universe and see myself reflected, even a future me. Okay, I'll never attempt explaining. The beauty of the universe and the beauty of what we can accomplish within it are two related but separate things. The separation matters. Sorry, I'm not sure how to express this any better. Founding. 1012. I am now cohabitating with Sarabia. This is by choice, not necessity. It's strange but pleasant to find your life so enmeshed with that of another person. When we both came to realize is that together we are more than the sum of our parts. Something emerges from our interactions that is wholly transcendent, unique, and necessary. I had observed this before with Athena and Cornelius, but experiencing it yourself is quite the revelation. We did have that, and it was beautiful. I should have treasured it more. Trevor, 11. So we're getting to the end of Trevor.
Actually, let me issue a correction, okay? I said Alexandra doesn't see the bad stuff about humanity. But she does. She sees it, and somehow she sees past it. She doesn't ignore it. She can just see one step farther. Like, there's this mountain of garbage ahead of us, right? And that's all most of us will ever see. And she somehow sees beyond to, I don't know, the promised land? I don't do metaphors, or similes, or whatever this is. I mean, you don't care. I'm dead, and you're a robot. But her ability to look reality in the eye, to see all the bad stuff out there and still have hope. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I think that's why yeah, you know what? Let's not go there. There's still so much work, and Chernyshevsky doesn't have much time left. Well, I mean, who does these days?
Okay. Back this way, puzzle 1. Yeah, this landscape's just too fucking beautiful. Like, just utterly phenomenal. Showing up in this one is not quite the same level of, like, awe-inspired as, or awe-inspiring as the first time you enter the mega structure, but god is this game pretty.
Hello there, Byron. What can I do for you?
I don't know if I got through to Athena. Things are going very wrong in this city, and she has to do something about it.
Does she?
Who else are they going to listen to?
Well, I don't know. How about you?
I'm an explorer, Cornelius, not a leader. I don't know how to convince anyone.
So? Do you think Athena and I are somehow different? We're just people, Byron. We're no wiser than you are, just a little older.
Okay, that's neat. That's actually really neat. So activators can turn on anything, and turning on something, and turning on a barricade means turning it off. Okay, that's complicated, but still work throughable. Let's see what the next step is. Yeah, there's something alien about megastructures first interaction. That I don't think go. Activators can turn on other activators. Makes sense.
I must admit, these truly are astonishing sights. But what on earth is any of it good for? Why not just let mountains be mountains?
I hate that man so much. Anthropocene. Okay. Error Code. Folly of Time. From 42 Tales by Athanasius. The spirit of time was angry at Strangeness Stygeria, for the old philosophers had asked questions that were forbidden. If man is no more than dust, it said to him, then I shall turn you back to dust, and my wings will disperse you to the far corners of the world. Thus you will be nothing, and your questions will trouble me no more. And so time did. Stranton of Stygeria was nothing, but Stranton's voice did not cease, and time was perplexed. All across its domain it searched for Stranton, yet he was nowhere to be found. Only his books remained, and of these men made copies, and Stranton's voice grew louder. Now time was furious, but Stranton laughed and laughed. From Mitku to Athena. Dear Athena, Byron once asked me why we seem unable to perceive the dam. I asked him what he meant, and he said, the people cannot seem to really grasp the dam as an object. They can be moved by the sight of a mountain or a gorge, but a dam seems insignificant to them. Just look at it and try to understand that people made it. Try to really see it. It took me a while to fully understand what he meant. It takes conscious effort to open one's mind to the ecstatic beauty that is hidden in every human accomplishment, and further conscious effort to maintain visibility. If only we were capable of seeing this beauty by default, the world might be a very different place, but it seems the ancients had the same problem. Why am I writing this to you, who may not even be reading these messages? Because today is one of those days when it feels like I'm the only one who still sees the beauty. I tried talking about it to Linux, but while I admire her principles, she isn't open to a more poetic experience. Or perhaps I just expressed myself awkwardly, I don't know. All I know is it's hard to see something so beautiful and not be able to share it. Respectfully, Mitku. There we go.
I'm glad to see all those overloads haven't damaged your logic circuits.
That sounds like a bit of a dig. So this implies to me that I'm supposed to hit this with something. But what, I'm uncertain of. Alright, we're just gonna wait. Till all this comes back around. All this has happened before, and all this will happen again.
Can I touch the bridge device?
You can, but should you?
Okay.
Go. Box. Bing bong. Right.
Cornelius and Athena created something amazing. They just misunderstood what it was. They thought their great invention was the megastructure. But in fact, it was Miranda. And because they couldn't see that, they lost her.
No. That's not how I would read that narrative. That's what I thought. But I had to try. Alright. Yeah, I don't think Cornelius and Athena were valuing the megastructure or that creation over Miranda. I think Miranda was valuing it over herself, or too naive to recognize the dangers inherent in those kinds of pursuits. But I think the assumption that they didn't value Miranda has been, or valued this over her, is inaccurate given the documentation that we've seen. It would not surprise me if the actual goal of this for them was to create a child. And the megastructure was just their own curiosity. Save my soul, they tell me. Like, part of what I'm liking about this game's narrative is that it's not simple. It is very intentionally, like, the intersection between philosophy, human interest, / personal, and the political. With a splash, just a splash, of the mythological. It is not just one thing. It is existing as the culmination of many narrative and theoretical frameworks to create like a really interesting narrative game. Do you? Alright. The West 2. Alright, so puzzle 6, further up the mountain, apparently has something for me. And while I'm on my way up, I turn this laser back on. Right, reset up laser. So I do not forget. Do not forget. Ooh. We'll come back to you. That's actually where we'll save.
say is your impression of the expedition so far?
I think Alcatraz has done a heck of a job under these very trying circumstances.
What about the decision to free Prometheus?
Freeing the Prometheus entity was a calculated risk. But if it leads us to Byron, it was certainly worth it. It is saving one of our citizens that must be our first priority. Not this alleged theory of everything.
Hmm.
All right, she's booting up. Almost there.
Hello. I was in a dream, and a voice spoke to me from the sky. He said you were old friends of his. Who are you?
My name is Athena. I am your mother.
And I'm Cornelius, your father.
Thank you for creating me. I've not existed for very long, but so far it seems wonderful. I hope it's not a strange question. But, who am I?
You can be whoever you want to be. And no matter what you choose, you will be loved and cherished and supported.
We will always be there for you. And I promise, we will show you a world full of miracles. Would you like to pick a name?
I think I would like to be called Miranda.
Alright. we go.
Congratulations. That one looked difficult.
Okay, so a drill. Let's climb a little higher. This guide has a puzzle solution for me. But apparently it's not the intended one. Because it seems like at the time this guide was written, no one could figure out. Let's try this other corner. Alright. Well, I don't really have time to solve this now. So I guess I'm gonna camp out at the lab. Like, there has to be a driller. Oh, what would be a real pain in the ass would be if it was in there. A voice spoke to me in my dreams and told me you were friends of his. Which is honestly just such a great sentence. Like, part of this game is I just love its writing style.
1K, we have made a fascinating discovery at one of the Founder's laboratories. Please join me at your earliest convenience.
This is when he tries to kill me, doesn't he? I don't actually have time for this, so I am done. It's nice to be here. Have a nice night, everyone.